Today we're going to the Ford Power Live show at Brands Hatch. This whole car park has been taken over. This is going to be a seriously cool convoy. Actual proper YouTuber. Esther parked on the stand. Harris 1800 in black. Harris Powerhouse Pinto Cosy setup in the engine bay. Yeah, that's an awesome machine. Proper crossflow, nitrous. Let's go and check out some proper race cars. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes and today you've joined me from Cobham Services on the M25. If you saw my last video, you know exactly what's happening today, because today we're going to the Ford Power Live show at Brands Hatch. Now this is our first rendezvous point, but some of the guys who are here, this is actually their second rendezvous point. Absolutely loving this beige Mark II RS2000. Loads of cool cars here already and more to arrive, I think. Inky's really cool P100 rat rod. Lovely Anglia, don't think I've ever seen that before. Loving the two-tone paintwork. Got Dean's really cool Mk1 Fiesta that has only been out for a couple of months now, I think. Got Lawrence's RS Turbo Mark III Fiesta. Got Jay's Z-Tech swapped Mark III Fiesta. Esther, my ST170 powered Mk1 Escorts over there with my beautiful girlfriend Kat. Check out this Series 1 RS Turbo. Seriously heavily modified. I see him pull up. Got a sequential box with flappy paddles, RS Focus, really cool ST170 turbo powered Mark II, Charlie Potney's Mark II over here, really cool Mk1 Escort over here, and we've got Ian's Mark II RS2000. We are having a Shell Garage breakfast today, roast chicken and bacon Caesar wrap, obligatory Costa coffee, and a pot of fruit. Really laying off the McDonald's lately. All right, everyone's firing up their engines. Time to hit the road. Alright, so we've made it to our second rendezvous point after an awesome run up here with the West London Classic Ford crew. Saw a few other cars on the M25 as well. Had a really cool run with a Mark III RS Focus. Still got plenty more convoying to do. We're actually going to be meeting up with the South London Retro Power crew here because they've got all the stand passes, because we're actually all going to be on the South London Retro Power crew stand at the show. There's actually quite a few clubs here. A group has already left, but yeah, just Fords everywhere. This whole car park has been taken over by various groups of Fords, modern stuff and classic stuff. Another group over here, a few Cozzys over there. Loving that three-door Cozzy. Not sure if it's an RS500 or not, but that was in front of us as we came in. Lovely red RS Turbo. And over here, a really cool three-door Mark IV Estate, love those, and Mark V Fiesta sitting on Cozzy rims. The South London lot have arrived. Group of really cool motors over here, loving that Mark I Cortina. Check out the beige four-door Mark II. Hopefully Heidi will look this good one day. There's a whole group of the South London lot over there. Check out the lineup. This is Kareem's Mark I. This Mark II belongs to Karen, who's dealing with the stand passes. But yeah, awesome crowd of cool cars. South London Retro Power crew always come out in huge numbers to the shows, and yeah, seriously cool cars in that group. All right, off we go. I think we got one more stop to make, which is just down the road from Brands Hatch. And then it will be on to Brands Hatch. We've got our tickets. Got to send a massive thanks out to a guy called Big J, who actually let me have his stand pass today because he couldn't make it. And I want to send a massive thanks out to Inky at Inky's Autos and from the West London Classic Ford crew, who actually done a lot of ringing round and finding me a club stand ticket for today. It's worth noting that Big J does awesome work on interiors and on wheels. So yeah, if you're in the market for anything like that, definitely get in touch with him and let him know I sent you. I'll leave all his links in the description. And of course, got to send a massive thanks out to the South London Retro Power crew for allowing me to be on their stand. This is going to be a seriously cool convoy. Check this out, literally taken over this lay-by, and we've got cool cars going past as well. Off we go for the final leg. Just saw Adam C, actual proper YouTuber.
Marcus, all right.
This looks like an awesome show, man.
Yeah. I've never been to Brands Hatch.
No, I've never been there either. Yeah, so as well as the cars on display at this show, there's going to be some track action to look at as well. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome day. All right, we have made it to Brands Hatch. Got Esther parked on the stand with the South London Retro Power crew and the West London Classic Ford crew, of course. Saw loads of really cool Fords on the way in. Had loads of people already coming over and chatting to me and telling me that they enjoy my videos, which I really, really appreciate. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do first is give you a good look at all the cars on this stand. So we've got the Series 1 RS Turbo that we saw at the first rendezvous point. Love that thing. Ian's RS2000 that we've already seen. This really cool wide arched Capri. Check that out. The ST170 powered Mark II. Esther parked next to that. Really cool Mark II Cortina. I'll just slide through the back here so we don't miss any out. Awesome 105e Anglia with the Escort bubble arches. Lawrence's RS Turbo Fiesta. Really cool beige 4-door Mark II. I think that's Cordoba beige, the same as Heidi. Another really cool 105e Anglia. And another one behind that, rally arched RS 1800 in black. Not sure if it's a real one, but if it is, I'm pretty sure they're rare in black. Beautiful Mk1 Cortina behind that. 5-door Mark III Fiesta next to that, sitting on what looks like Capri laser wheels, I think. Moving on, got the Estate Mark II, 3-door Mark III Escort Estate. Just go back on myself a bit so I don't miss anyone out. A really cool silver Mk1 Escort Mexico over here with a Harris Powerhouse Pinto in the bay, running on side draft Webers. Just check out that stainless exhaust manifold, a Simpson, I assume. No, it's a Piper. Moving on, we've got a really cool white 4-door Mark II, which I think is sitting on the 7J Revolutions. It's really cool with a black vinyl roof. Next to that, really cool 4-door 100E. I think some of the old 4-doors aren't called 100Es. Don't shoot me in the comments if I've got it wrong. Another car sitting on the really deep Revolutions. This orange RS2000 Mk1 Escort. Next to that, a really cool Mk1 Cortina with a Larry Pinto in the bay, running on side drafts. Check out the Edwards Motorsport stainless exhaust manifold. Got to show the interior of this one as well. All caged and that. Really cool Sparco bucket seats. Aftermarket steering wheel. Yeah, that Cortina's really cool. 4-door Mk1 Escort next to that. 4-door Mark II Escort next to that. I think this is the other shade of beige, not Cordoba. I might be wrong. Next to that, a red Mark I sitting on gold mini lights. Next along, another Mark I Cortina sitting on what I think are the Lotus steels. And yeah, check the interior of this one. Really extensive roll cage. Loving all the switches on the dash. Still got the rear seats fitted, but you're not really going to get anyone in there. Right, don't want to miss the cars that are parked behind the front line. Got Wayne's beige RS2000 Mark II. This actually only came out, I think, yesterday after an 18-month restoration. Looks awesome. Next to that, Mark II Transit. And next along, the Mk1 Escort that we saw at one of the rendezvous points. And it's got a Honda VTEC lump in the bay. Next along, the ST170 turbo-powered Mark II Escort that was in our convoy. And we can get a look at said ST170 turbo setup. What a machine. Next to that, a really cool light blue Mark II Escort. Loving the front spoiler. And then a orange Mark I Mexico next to that, with the Cibbies on the front. Got another 105E Anglia over here. Love this colour. This has got a Harris Pinto in it, I believe. This belongs to Rich. And then next to that, we've got Kareem's Mk1 Escort. And this has got a Harris Crossflow in it, if I remember rightly. And Kareem is the one that brings the delicious cakes to these meets and shows. So hoping to taste some of her bacon today at some point. Next to that, really cool yellow Mk1 Escort Mexico. Next to that, really cool silver Mark II. Loving the Compomotive turbo rims on it. Safety devices, roll cage, fishnet Recaros in there, RS steering wheel. Let's have a look at the front. This car's parked the opposite way around to everyone else. Front spoiler on it as well. And next to that, a beautiful Olympic blue Mk1 Escort RS2000 sitting on colour-coded Revolution alloys. Got the Cibby spotlights on the front, and just check out the super tidy Cosy setup in the engine bay. Next to that, a really cool Mark II Fiesta. And next to that, a Castrol liveried arched Mark II Escort. Loving the huge gold 5-spoke Revolution alloys. Check out the rally cockpit, Corbu bucket seats. The driver's one's got the wings on it, stripped interior, rally style switch panel, proper cage, it's all linked. Yeah, that's an awesome machine. And through to the back row of cars again, we've got this Mark II Capri. And just check out the interior, very interesting. Behind that, got a really nice, what is that, Imperial blue? Maybe. Mk1 Escort Mexico, sitting on the 7.5-inch RS rims, I think they are. Really tidy interior. Get a look at the front, pucker. I recognise this Mark II Fiesta, love the colour. I think this belongs to a guy called Reese. I think it's sitting on Capri laser wheels, although they might be the Super Sport rims, not sure. Got Recaro seats in there that I imagine will be out of some sort of RS Turbo Escort. No rear seat, but it does have a auto finesse detailing kit in there. And I think this Mark I Cortina parked next to it is Reese's dad's. Looks really cool in white. Loving those rims. Racing number on the door as well. And yeah, check out the really tidy interior. Flocked dash. Nice code steering wheel. Next to that, we've got Dean's Mark I Fiesta. Love this thing. And he's got his engine bay open so we can see the bright orange and grey engine. Proper crossflow, running on side draft Webers. Really cool orange colour coding throughout. Love the orange fan. And how's that for a bonnet prop? A camshaft. Yeah, the orange theme continues inside with the cage, harnesses, fuel cell, CB radio. Got to be one of my favourite Fiestas on the scene. Next to that, Inky's world famous P100 rat rod. And we can get a look at his Larry Pinto in the bay, running on side drafts. Check out his bonnet prop. One of those bat security things. It's another motor with a CB radio. Bucket seats in there. Yeah, this thing's seriously cool. Inky's actually going to be fitting a ladder bar setup to the rear suspension of this. It's already got an LSD in it. About time we saw him going sideways. Next along we've got Jay's 5-door Mark III Fiesta that we saw earlier. Gold rims. They look really cool against the green paintwork. And he's got his bonnet up so that we can see his Z-Tech swap. And next to that, we've got Charlie Pockney's Mk1 Escort. This is running a 1760 crossflow. Really smart motor. Loving the low back seats in there. And a fire extinguisher, just in case. And behind Jay's Fiesta, we've got another Mk1 Cortina. Got an Escort bib spoiler on it, by the looks of it, with a tow hook. Maybe this is a bit of a track weapon. Got quite wide steelies, not sure if they're banded or not. Pair of Cobra Monaco Sport bucket seats in there. Roll cage, aftermarket steering wheel. It's really cool. Check out this mean Transit, sitting in the corner. I think we saw this at Santa Pod. Sitting on really wide rims. Arches, loving the, is that a wrap or airbrush? It looks like it's painted on actually. Proper mean Transit van. Anyway, back to the cars on the stand. Actually, only a few left. Been chatting to loads of people while I've been running around trying to film all the cars on this stand. These next two Mk2 Escorts were actually on the Motor Addicts channel recently, both running similar wide arches that were made by one of the owners of these cars, if I remember rightly. Yeah, both grey with the black arches. Not sure what rims they are, but they look awesome. This one's got a Honda VTEC turbo lump in the bay. Roll cage, quite smart looking leather seats, RS steering wheel. Yeah, both of these cars are absolute animals. Really enjoyed the videos that the Motor Addicts made about these. And the other one of the two is actually Cosy powered. Awesome thing, making plenty of power. As I say, similar arches to the other one. Another car that's got quite comfortable looking seats. These are leather Recaros, maybe out of a Sierra, not sure. It's got an OMP steering wheel. Yeah, roll cage in there. Still got the rear seat, but yeah, it's not going to be comfortable to sit in there. But yeah, both of these things are absolute weapons. Loving the exhaust coming out of the rear panel. How's that for a cool decal? Ruined. All right, next along we've got this Mark III RS that was convoying down with us. Next to that, really cool red Mk2 Escort. Seen this at a few meets in the past. Absolutely mint. Looks awesome sitting on the mini light rims. Next to that, we've got Karen's Mk2 Escort. That's the lady that was actually arranging all the display tickets for this show. Sitting on black mini lights with a polished rim and loving the front spoiler. Bonnet pins. Not sure what this has got in the engine bay, but Karen does like to send it at Santa Pod. And next to that, Mk1 Cortina. Not sure if it's an actual Lotus Cortina, but it's painted up in such a way it has actually got the Lotus badge on the back as well. But in the engine bay, we've got a really tidy Cosy setup. We'll have a look in the cockpit of this one. Pair of Sparco Evo bucket seats. Really, really extensive cage. Loving that. And yeah, aftermarket steering wheel. Massive rev counter. Can't believe I didn't notice the nitrous in the back. Serious Cortina. So yeah, that is the South London Retro Power stand. Such a massive group of seriously cool Fords. Literally stretches all the way down there. You know I'm on a diet. You're a bad influence.
Great unveil. Woo!
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, missed a bit.
Thank you, Cream.
That's all right. You're welcome. No, it's all right. Oh, it's
20 out of 10. Check out the carbon fibre battery box. Awesome. All right, I think we're going to go for a wander around the rest of the show now. I'm going to take my gimbal with me to get some clips of any cars that I see that really stand out. There are just so many cars here. I'm not going to be able to film them all. But yeah, cue the music. Yeah, we've got some actual racing going on today, including the modified Ford series, I think it is. And down there is the pits. Let's go and check out some proper race cars. Well, we've come back to the club stand and literally almost everyone has gone. Esther is still here, which is a bonus. But yeah, later on they're doing like a parade lap thing where you can take your car around the track here at Brands Hatch, not full send. So I might wait around and do that. But yeah, whatever happens, I think we're going to go and check out some track action now. And at the moment, they've got these single-seater race cars. They've got the modified Ford series lining up now. Well, we was gonna try and wait for this parade, but it's an hour away and the coffee place is closing. There's definitely no way I'll be able to wait here without having a coffee. I'm getting really tired and it's getting really cold as well. So I think we're gonna jump in Esther and make our way home. Probably stop off for a Costa on the way. This is an awesome show. Can't believe I've never been before. Loads of people were saying that last year's one was better than this year's. And I think next year I'll be having my own club stand at this show. Really gutted that the parade lap is so late in the day. It would have been cool to take Esther round the track here, but yeah, I think realistically I need to get her out on a proper track day at some point. Yeah, there are quite a few people sticking around for the parade lap. I know that AD with the Texaco liveried Focus is waiting. He just pulled up next to us just before we left. That's Declan from Northern Ireland. Now, as usual, I wasn't able to capture as much footage of the cars on display as I would have liked. I mean, there was just so many cars at this show, so I wouldn't have been able to get them all anyway. But yeah, as I've mentioned before, I like to prioritise chatting to people rather than worrying about, you know, filming every car. But I hope you enjoyed the footage that I was able to capture. And I want to send a massive thanks out to everyone that did come over and say hello today. I love it when I get to chat to you guys and watch the videos, and I really appreciate all the positivity about my channel. Got to send another massive thanks out to Big J for letting me use his ticket that he was unable to use today, and massive thanks to the South London Retro Power Crew for allowing me to be on the stand, and of course shout out to all the guys in the West London Classic Ford crew as well. Yeah, it was an awesome convoy to today's show, cruising with both of those groups and some other random Fords on the motorway as we got closer to Brands Hatch. And yeah, that convoy today definitely topped the convoy from earlier in the year when we went to the Classic Ford show, which was awesome in itself. Looks like something's going on with that Cozzy. Hope it's not something too tragic. Now I'm hoping in a few days to crack on with what I failed to do in the last video on Maud, my Maud Mark 2 Escort. But in about a week's time, well, exactly a week's time, me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat are going to be taking this car to Margate for the Oso Retro show, which is another show I've never been to. So yeah, it'll either be our weekend in Margate next on the channel, or me cracking on with some jobs on Maud. But for now, I'm going to end this video here. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new to keep up to date with all my future uploads, and check the links in the description to my social media, my own website. I'll leave a link to my Patreon down there for any of you guys that want to jump on that. Massive thanks as always to all my patrons. I really appreciate your support. I'll leave my email address in the description for anyone who wants to contact me. But other than that, until next time, from me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat, thanks for watching.